bossing, skilling, guides. Hey guys, it is Scuzzy, and welcome to another episode of a brand new series that I'm calling Phreelance, spelled with a P-H-R-E-E, Lance, where I take your guys' ideas and I make a video out of it, and hopefully it helps you guys. So today's episode is going to be for, it's going to be for you guys, but it's based on a question or a request from a person named The Middle. They say, Scuzzy, I would not only like a money guide, this is in reference to my Ramblings episode 11, where I asked you guys if you want to see money-making guides from me, and pretty much everybody said yeah. But he said, but also an interface guide / discussion. Every time I see you play, your interface amazes me, and I would really enjoy either a guide or a discussion on interface setups for playing efficiently. Thanks, bud. So I replied saying that it would be a cinch to make. I could even bring it out today, which is what I'm doing. So you have, if you guys are not familiar with interfaces, I hope that you all are, but if you are not, if you press the escape key, your options menu comes up, and you'll have these things here. One's called a quick loadout layout, and one is called a quick save layout. And originally we only had 2 of these, but now we have 4. And you don't ever really want to be touching these because you can accidentally save a preset incorrectly, but you want to look at these. So you have the RS default, which looks really sucky on my computer because of the resolution. I don't understand. How is this RS default? The map is never down here. That's weird. Okay. Then we have classic, which also looks weird, mainly because of my my action bars. Then we have retro, which is pretty much, I wouldn't mess with any of these. Social, they don't look correct on my computer because of my aspect ratio. Old school, which I guess you could get away with. It kind of is like really smushed. But then we have my custom one, which is my social / skilling aspect, where I have all of my action bars at the bottom except for one up here. I just tightly put that in. Basically, what you want to do to play efficiently, you want to have everything that you want to have. I think the first priority is to have enough space to see what you're doing. Because a lot of the skilling and bossing too requires you to see what you're doing. It's not so much skilling, I guess, anymore because you can use the action bar, but it used to. So some of the priorities that other people have, I've seen in YouTube videos or just various friends or whatever, they tend to have a lot of space allocated for this thing. If you see where my mouse is hovering over the defensive abilities, the range abilities, melee abilities, and magic abilities, they tend to have a huge space. If you look at people like, actually I don't want to point out names, but there are a lot of PVMers that are high tier PVMers that have those books open. And I'm going to disagree with that because you can put pretty much anything you need on your action bars if you have the 5 full action bars. You don't even really need to have your prayer book open, but I do have that open sometimes when I'm doing PVM. We'll go to my PVM one in a little bit, but this one is my social / skilling aspect. So the only thing I would change probably for you guys is if you're doing the Book of Char. Since I don't do the Book of Char anymore, I would basically probably move these up, maybe. And it's going to be a little weird, but to do the Book of Char effectively, you need to have this not on the bottom, but also not like that. So that when you go to things like logs or dropping an item, all you have to do, I guess that's a left click option. Let me see if I can get some logs really quickly. Get some magic logs, put them on my bar as E. And then basically you want to have it so you can line it up. So bring it up a little bit. If you right click it, your left click option is going to be the magic log. So when you're doing something like like, for example, I would just probably get rid of this altogether, to be honest. Or put it somewhere else. Maybe put it up here, just for the time being, and then have your other action bars to the side or something like that. And this would be just for like a book a char setup, not like a full skilling setup. But basically what you want to do is you want to right click it, and then if you have a numpad, which I hope most of you do, you can press the multiplication sign, which is an asterisk, and if you right click and then press, actually let me get a full inventory logs to show you how cool this is. You can just spam click or spam press the 5 key and the plus key, and it'll drop your whole inventory logs just like that, and then you can loot them. But this is the method for when you're doing book a char. If you do want a book a char guide, I can probably make one. I did it for all of my fire making, excluding 99 and maybe like 10 mil XP. Other than that, over a 2-year period. There's already a guide out there. I'll see if I can find it and put it in the description. But if you do want to see one from me that's updated as well, I can make that as well. But you know, fire making is not a skill that you should be actually training. You should be using the book of char if you want to be efficient. This is in reference to the question. They want to know setups and stuff for playing efficiently. Book of char is definitely the most efficient fire making XP. Forget the invention update that happened. That is complete. Like it doesn't even matter for fire making. I wouldn't even do fire making if you want to be completely efficient. Anyways, so that's the only reason why you would have this down here. Let's say you're doing something like wood cutting. You can talk to your friends at the same time. This is my private chat, this is my clan chat, this is my friends chat, and this is my normal chat, which also has private chat. Because of my PVM tab, I turn it on, and it doesn't turn it off when you change interface settings. You want to have your yak close to your inventory in case you want to grab it, but also for your summoning, you want it to be a take BOB if you're doing skilling like that. Friends list over here, it doesn't really matter, you can have it somewhere else. But you can also do something like backslash or forward slash, actually, that's forward slash PM, and then type one of your friends' names. So this is one of my friends that I talk to all the time. I don't know if he's online. I say hi test. And he's not online, but if he were online, let's see. We could do PM mirror link, and if they have a space in their name, you have to put an underscore test. See, it'll PM them. That was just a test for the video. So if you guys didn't know that, you can do that, and it's an easier way if you don't want to have your friends list open all the time and you know who you want to talk to. This is just my friends chat and the clan chat to know who's there. You don't really need that. This is for knowing the experience per hour, and this is for knowing my experience. But you know, I don't know if I'm going to go into too much detail as to what you're going to put on your bars and stuff, but this is sort of a good kind of like interface for you to have for something like a book of char, where you don't need all of your action bars for that. You just need this one. It does look a little funky, and I can understand if you don't want to play with that all the time. I know there are some people who do that, and I used to do it. I used to play with this like that. If you look at my older videos, I used to play with my action bar. You only had one action bar at the time. I had my action bar down there. But let's see. So that custom one is like this. This is just my skilling. This is just to keep it neater. The other one's not as neat. But then we have two, which I was playing with a PVM setup to have all of my stuff all concise to where I know what's going on for everything. But I didn't really like it. It was too high up, and I couldn't really see anything. I like my stuff down a little bit. So if you do want to copy this one, though, it's really neat looking, and it has pretty much everything you need. Another one I think is 4. Oh, don't click on the bottom one for the quick save loadout. You want to go to the quick loadout layout. And I'm going to skip 3 because 3 is the one I use for PVM all the time. But this one is my custom 4. I was also playing with PVMing again. But this one, I was like, oh, you know what? I don't necessarily need to see my familiar at all times or my prayer book at all times. This will encompass all my prayers. And my defensive abilities are really close to my inventory for when I'm PVMing. And then this stuff I don't really need to have access to, but they're there because I use the keybinds for those. And then pretty much when you're doing telos and that sort of stuff, you always want to have your magic book open to your spells because you're going to be changing spells. Or alternatively, you can switch your spells using the action bar, which if I get some runes out, you will be able to see here I have shift and the minus sign for blood brush. So it's really close to, you can do that with one hand. If you go to the right side, you use the right shift and then the minus symbol, and that will switch to blood barrage. And then shift equal sign will change it to, if you see from the swirly here, it now changed to the ice barrage, and you can use that to your advantage doing telos. Now, let's see. I think that about covers it. This over here is just, I don't know. I think it's pretty clean looking other than this here. But I also wanted to have the clan chat, if nothing else. And then I just turned my private chat on here, and he messaged me back. Thing is, with the debuff bar, it's kind of up here. Should be maybe down here or around here. Maybe even above here, just a little bit down. Another thing is when you're having PVM, you want to have your groups open. So like if you want to make a group, you don't have to have it where, like for example, if I change to preset 3, this is the one I use pretty much all the time. This is the one I like. Actually, what's going on with that? Got messed up there. Let's go back to 3. It's messed up. Please don't be messed up all the time. Damn it. When this happens, you're just gotta move it. Come on. It's just not gonna work, is it? Okay. That's gonna be a... Let me be right back. I think I gotta log out for it to work again. There we go. So pretty much if that happens, you just log out and log back in. It should update. But the way I have this set up is really how I like it, because this bottom area is short enough for me to see the PVM area. If you take a look at the number 2, it's just too tall for my liking. I feel like this chunk here should just go away. You know, it really bothers me. I don't know if I have OCD or something, but that bothers me there. I know this is not like completely smooth, but it is what it is. And, you know, I think I explained everything that I wanted to explain in the video. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. I will, you know, reply via comment. There's another cool thing you can do is you can go into edit mode, and if you go into gameplay HUD editing, you can see where all your stuff is. So let's say I wanted to move my debuffs a little bit over here, which I don't. But if I did, you can just click and drag it. I think you can't make it bigger or smaller. You can just click and drag it. But like clock, Slayer counter, both should be near each other, in a place where you can see. Let's see, what else do I have? Central interface is central. Game dialog box could be moved a little bit. Bank. My bank is all the way over there. I don't feel like my bank is on that side. Hold on a sec. Go back. Sure. Discard. So if I open this, oh yeah, my bank is like that, but it accounted for the whole thing here, but most of it's okay. I don't like having my bank all the way down here. because then I can't click on abilities. Let's say if I want to use an ability while I'm trying to stall adrenaline, I'll be able to click that. I know you can use the ability bar using keybinds and stuff, but it's whatever. So I think that's going to conclude the video. If you have any, questions, like I said, put in the comments below. But if you have any like big ideas for me to make on like big questions for video sake, just you can leave that in the comments as well, and yeah, I'll try to tackle them in future freelance videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Peace. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day. Follow me on social media and subscribe for more. Peace.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.